Hi guys, my name is Heather and I'm Kayla's mom, and I wanted to come on here today kind of to clarify some things because there's a lot of mean and hurtful things going around about me, and I just want you guys to know my aspect and my side of the story. Long story short, a couple, I guess, key bullets and points I could point out is that me and Kayla's father were together for a very long time. Even though we were young, we dated. We weren't married, but we did date for about 7 years. I had Kayla at 16 years old, and I was very young and a single mom to the extent that me and her dad were on and off a lot. But with that being said, no child comes with an instruction manual. I was young, and no parent is perfect. I don't care if they say they are, they're not. No one's perfect, not only a parent, but nobody in general is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all make bad decisions. And we learn from those decisions. Now, am I perfect? No. Am I even close to being perfect? No. But I could tell you a couple things. One is I love my kids. Kayla, Adrian, and Zane. I love my kids more than life itself. My kids are my purpose in life. Now, I raised Kayla until she was almost 14 years old. I want to say she was like 13 and a half. But when Adrian died, I was lost. Adrian was my full-time job. We ate and breathed and everything, hospitals, doctors, you name it. So he was my 24-hour-a-day, 7 days a week, for almost 5 years, my job. And the love of my life, as well as Kayla and Zane now. So when he died, I was so lost. I was so sad. Nothing nobody could say or do would make me feel any better. So yes, I turned to certain things I shouldn't have turned to hoping and thinking it would make things better, make me feel better. Now, this whole period of me being a bad mom, and it wasn't that I was bad. I didn't hurt her physically. I just didn't know how to love her. I didn't know how to love anybody because I didn't love myself anymore. I didn't even want to be here. And that was selfish of me. But I was only that way for about a year to a year and a half. Let's say 2 years tops. So for the past 9 years, because it's going on almost 11 years since Adrian died. So for 9 years, let's say, I have had my crap together. I've had jobs. I've had, places, my houses, my whatever, everything and anything I've had, and I've done on my own. I got myself better. I stopped drinking. I stopped doing stupid things. Now, have I always made right decisions after that? No, I haven't. Have I made mistakes? Yes, I have. Have I learned from them? For the most part, and I'm still learning. We're all still growing and learning, even as an adult. They say people don't get it until they're about 40 sometimes. I'm just saying, I read that somewhere. But Kayla had everything and anything she wanted. She had her own room. She had it. If she asked for a toy or something, she had it. She had nice clothes. She never went hungry. We had fun. We did a lot of things. We went on Miami Heat games. We swam with dolphins. We went to Disney World. We went to Make-A-Wish. We did so much. And we had more good times than bad times. So why she says I didn't raise her when she didn't leave me until 13 years old. And mind you, I didn't want her to leave. My mom called her father and had her taken and go there because she thought it was what was best for her at the time, which it probably was. But it's not like I abandoned her, because I never did. Kayla's my world. And like I said, I got my crap together. And ever since then, I've been trying to have Kayla forgive me for what I did, for hurting her emotionally, for not being the best mom during that 2-year span. And no matter what I do or how good I am or how hard I try, She just won't forgive me. I've asked her to come live with me. She won't. You know, like, what was I going to do? Force her? So she could hate me then, too? I am not an addict. Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. I'm not an addict. Did I do things at points? Yes. When Adrian died, was I a full-blown alcoholic? Yes. Am I now? No. Like, I don't know who's watching this and how educated they are on addicts, but, you know, I don't think addicts... Sorry, so the last video got cut off. So I don't know how well you guys are educated about addicts, but most addicts don't go hours, nevertheless days, without being able to use or drink or whatnot, correct? You know, most addicts don't have cabinets full of food and refrigerators and freezers full of food. Most addicts don't look like I do. Most addicts, you know, kids don't have playrooms and every toy and any toy they could think of. Most addicts as well don't have nice things or houses like I do. Now, my house might not be this huge 8-bedroom house like Kayla lives in, you know, but it's mine. And I worked hard for what I have. Big or small, it's mine. So when she says I'm an addict, I'm not an addict. Did I turn to alcohol to numb my pain when my son died? Yes, I did. Did I do other things probably at times? Yes, I did. Am I currently doing them, or have I currently done those things? No, I haven't. Now, I did get arrested lately, which is I think how a lot of this came up, at least more than it has in the past. But long story short, I lent my car to a friend. When my friend got back with my car, my best friend called me and told me she was possibly could die. She had gone septic and she was going in for emergency surgery, and I had to go pick up my niece, and I had 10 minutes to get to her school before the bell rang. So I didn't think twice, but jumped in my car and, you know, headed to the school to pick up my niece without thinking, would my friend leave something in my car? I wasn't thinking that way at the time. I wish I would have, but I wasn't. Now I got pulled over. I allowed the cop to search my car because I didn't think I had anything to hide. And sure enough, there was things found. Now, here comes, you know, a bad decision, a bad choice I made. A learning example. I will never lend anyone my car again, that's for sure. Yes, CPS did come. I did not test negative or positive for anything at first because I didn't allow them to give me a drug test. But when they did want to give me a drug test, I came up negative. They did take the baby, but it was only temporarily. He is home now. He is with me. It was just while they made sure to cross their T's and dot their I's, make sure that what I was saying was true, you know, make sure that he was well taken care of, make sure that I wasn't a drug addict or this or that, since I did come up with these things in my vehicle. Now, you know, it was a mistake I made, a poor judgment, poor decision, poor choice, and I got to deal with that. I got to, you know, deal with the replications that come with that, like court and lawyers and fees and all this stuff that I have to do. Now, I don't ask Kayla for help. I didn't ask Kayla to get my son. I didn't ask Kayla to give me money for my lawyers. No, all this I do on my own. I've never once asked Kayla for money. There was a time recently, not too recently, but maybe earlier this year, where she did help me out with some money to get me caught up on my bills because the baby had been sick and I had been out of work. But I didn't ask her for it, and I really didn't want to take it from her. And that's the only time I've ever asked or, you know, received anything from Kayla. Another thing is that, you know, for someone who is so worried and sad or depressed or whatever her reasoning is for me and her brother, she hasn't called me or any of my family members to see how we're doing. So how are you so worried about somebody that you've only met one time? You've never gotten a Christmas or birthday present for him. You don't call to check on him on a normal basis. You haven't even called to check on us since this happened. Now I can understand, oh, you're mad at me because I made a poor choice, but you haven't even asked my mom, her Nana. So where are you coming up with all these, thoughts or delusions or assumptions? Obviously she's profiling because I got arrested for this, that I obviously must do this, which I don't. I don't know why she's doing this. I don't know why she feels the need to put me down as a mom, as a person. No one's perfect. Look at what her boyfriend's done to her, but she forgives him. Look at what her dad did to her. Disowned her. Didn't talk to her for months because she got a neck tattoo of her boyfriend, because he didn't approve of her boyfriend, because of her TikTok, because of her OnlyFans. I've never abandoned her. My mom made that decision for me when Adrian died, for her to go live with her dad, and I didn't have a thought about it, an option about it. There was no choices, nothing I could do about it, because she felt it was what was best for Kayla at the time, and it was, I'm sure. At the time I didn't think it was, but now I do believe it was the best thing for her. And it was the best thing for me, because her not being there is what got me better. See, Kayla doesn't realize she is the reason I got better. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be here today. I definitely wouldn't be here today. But I'm glad I am. I'm glad I have Zane. I'm glad he won't remember any of this craziness. And all I could do is continue to try and be a better person, a better mom, a better daughter, a better friend. Because that's all we can do in life, is every day try harder. If we make a mistake one day, guess what? You wake up the next and do a little better. And I've apologized to Kayla so many times. I've asked her to live with me so many times. I've asked her to allow me to be her mom so many times, but she just won't, because she's mad. She's holding an 11-year grudge. She needs to stop. It's only going to make her mental health horrible. It's going to diminish her. You have to learn to move on and forgive at some point. Everyone else has been able to forgive me. And I hurt a lot of people in this process. Except her. She will not forgive me. She will always think I'm this horrible person, this bad mom, this piece of crap, whatever it is that she says about me on TikTok. But listen, I'm far from that, okay? Kayla had a good life. Kayla had anything and everything she wanted. I was only a bad mom, per se, for a year to 2 years after Adrian died. Other than that, I've been trying for the past 9 years to be a good mom to her, but she just won't allow me to come in. She won't let me in. She won't allow me to be in her life. She calls me here and there. I call her. She doesn't answer most of the time. It gets to a point where as a mom, you don't want to give up, but I can't consume myself anymore because it's not good for my mental health. So I just pray and wish that she will come to her senses one day and she will forgive me and let me in. But until then, I'm going to continue, like I said, to be a better person and a better mom to Zane, to my friends, and to everyone in my life. And hopefully one day Kayla will be a part of that picture as well. And hopefully it won't be too late when she does. But I just wanted to let you guys know a couple, things that she had said that really were hurtful, that weren't true. I'm not an addict. I did not abandon her. Me and her father were together for a very long time, on and off. I've never used her. And, how is she so worried about us when she doesn't even call us? She hasn't even checked on us. I have a funny way of showing that you're worried. But I wish you all a happy new year. Be safe. And all you could do is live and learn. Thank you.